All right. I want to count it a great privilege for me to be one of the trainers for tonight on what you need to actually succeed in network marketing. And alongside, we have one of the great personality in the industry. He's a mentor of many. He's a great leader. He's a coach, and he's someone I hold always with high esteem, and he's no other person but Mr. Sixus Okechukwu. Sir, can you say hi to the people, please?
Thank you very much, Kaybillions. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the call.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, great lead. Or we have great personalities listening to us this time. All right. And the time will not permit us to recognize anyone or every one of you, but we all believe that you all are super amazing and you all are great. Just as I earlier mentioned, not that I'm the best or the most qualified to tell you about the little experience we have in this journey. It's just a great privilege. All right. So let's move straight into the business of the day. And our topic for today is what you need to succeed in network marketing. We have a lot of things that you need to be successful or to do and become successful in network marketing. All right. We have the prospecting, the inviting, the closing, and so many other things that you can do to become successful in this journey of network marketing. But today, I will just talk about a topic which is leadership skills. All right. And once I'm done with the topic, Mr. Sixus is going to come and talk to us about the 4 stages that we have in network marketing. And possibly subsequently, we are going to be having a lot of topics or a lot of things we need to learn about the industry in few days to come or few weeks to come. And possibly you might be the one that is going to be training us as at that time, because we all are still learning. Nobody knows it all. So as I earlier mentioned, it's a great privilege to be talking to you today. Now let's move straight to the business of the day, which is the leadership skills. You see, leadership itself is one of the qualities that is going to sustain anyone or keep anybody in this industry. And in the course of this training, I'm going to be explaining how and why. So what is leadership? Leadership is bringing out the best in people. Leadership simply means you bringing out the best in people. And that is when you can say you are a leader. Of course, everyone listening to me here, we are all leaders. Not just because you are into the network marketing industry, all right? Out of network marketing, you are leaders. Everyone are leaders as long as you influence someone, all right? Whether you are influencing your wife, you are influencing your child, you are influencing your younger ones, good or bad, you are a leader one way or the other. But when we talk about the leadership skills we need in this industry, is the ability for you to bring out the best in people. That is why you will see a lot of people are giving testimonies about the CSO and some of the leaders we have at the top, that these guys, this was my situation before I met this particular individual, and this is me in the process of meeting this particular person. And that is what leadership entails. All right. And leadership also can be defined is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that your impact lasts in your absence. You see, in this industry, as we speak right now, lot of us, what we have in our system, what we have around us are followers. Because the moment you are no longer there, activity cease. When you check your genealogy, you are seeing a lot of people pumping into the business, but there's no duplication coming in anywhere. That means you have not really done your job as a person, all right? When people are just only excited, when the activities are just happening when you are present, and when you are out, nothing is happening, that means you have successfully raised followers. You have successfully raised followers. And leaders are those that sees things in different ways from every other person. When other persons are complaining that things are not working fine, all right, a leader should be there to fill in the gap. And until you are doing that, you have not become a leader yet. You can be classified as a follower. No matter your rank in the industry, and you cannot do things by yourself, you're waiting possibly for the management or whatever, you are not yet a leader. You can just be classified as a member. I do tell people mostly in my presentation that before you join network marketing company, irrespective, all right, you attended a business summit, you saw the 1 year plan, 5 years plan, the vision of the company, and you came back home that night, you may be unable to sleep. And once you cannot sleep, that means it is pressurizing. You are seeing the vision. Only you have the ability to see what you are seeing. Aside what the trainer have said, all right, in the office, you come back home and your brain is calculating left, right, and center. How do I hit these things? How do I make this result? And so on. How can I earn my $1 million in using this opportunity? And you woke up the following day, you went to the office, you make payment, or online, you make payment for your registration. And these decisions were done by you alone. Funny enough, you see some of the leaders in code, you say my downline is not working and the business is slow. Remember, when you are starting this journey, there was no downline. It was just you and you alone. So why put all your hope on those people beneath to just push you up, all right? People need to see you as a leader doing things, and naturally they are going to fit into your activities. For some of us that are Christians, you say look up to God, the author and finisher. But in this business, you don't look up to your people at the top, all right? You look down, you walk down, and you walk deep. That is how to do it. So how do you motivate your people to work with you? How do you motivate your people to work with you? Some persons will say, oh, these people are to work for me. These people are not working for me. They are not, nobody's working for anybody here. Everybody are working towards achieving a particular goal. Everyone are working towards attaining their dreams. Some people don't really want to do this work. They just want to use the products, use the supplements, or just catch fun. You see, there are a lot of persons in your circle of network marketing industry, and you need to classify and understand these individuals. Some persons are here just to catch fun. Some persons are here just to meet people. Some persons are naturally introverts and they want to learn how to mix. And they cannot mix in the banking sector. They cannot mix by standing on the streets or on the bus stop. They are looking for a place that have population, and they will mix with them. So you need to understand these individuals in your journey of network marketing. So the first thing you need to understand is, first, be the total picture of success, irrespective of what you have earned. You don't need to have rank in this opportunity or in any business before you picture yourself as success. You see, one of the things that affects some of us in the line of network marketing is, whenever we are passing through a particular challenge, or currently right now, you have not seen yourself as the highest rank in this industry, or one of the highest paid person. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing you need to do right now is, possibly at the end of this call, take a picture of yourself. It can be tomorrow. Just take a picture of yourself and wait. Talk about this picture, that this image in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, you are going to see how it's going to turn out. I remember in December when I was taking my pictures, I took it myself. My wife was even asking me to delete it. You understand? But I was seeing where I was going to. Yes, I may look like my past that time, but that is not where I'm heading to. So I've pictured myself first as being successful. And when the opportunity arose, that is the opportunity of Dynace Global, irrespective of who I'm under, all right, my upline, wherever, I have positioned myself to be successful, and I ignore everybody in my line, and I'm pushing towards that goal. So that is the first thing you need to do in this line of industry. Always strive to preach quality and practice improvement. You need to improve on a regular basis. See yourself improving. Walk yourself towards improving. All right. Each time you depend, it gives you it has a way of connecting the universe to you to limit you from your potential. There are a lot of ways you can learn things online. You dress up for trust as a leader. Never get tired of learning. You see, learning is something that you should do on a regular basis. Learn skills, not just learning skills. You go on internet, you search, how do I retain my team members? How do I do this? How do I duplicate? All those things, a lot of people have created materials online down for you. What it just takes you is the ability for you to create out a time, sit down and go through it, and you're going to see how successful you are going to become. So think carefully about the best way to behave and reach in every situation. Now we are moving to the second part on what you need to do as a leader to become successful. Set a happy business atmosphere. This is so important. This is very important because you are a reflection of the future your team members are looking at. When they are looking at you and you are just complaining, I have not had a pairing bonus today, I have not done this today, your facial expression alone is showing it. Ladies and gentlemen, people will not want to work with you. It brings the toxic part of the business. No matter what you are passing through, your emotional stress and whatever, when you get to the office or you are meeting your team members, just keep the emotion aside first. Be excited. Talk with all these guys, and when you get back home or you get out of that situation, you can always come back to your problem. All right. So enthusiasm and is contagious. So you need to preach and pitch the goal that you want, motivate your people, and also connect them to those that are high flyers in the industry at the same time. The third one says you focus on strength rather than weakness. For some of our team members, when you see someone that is doing very well in this business, in your team, and possibly have one or two weaknesses, don't just look at the weaknesses, work on their strengths. I remember a few days ago, one of my team leader wanted to run a radio program somewhere in the East. The advice I gave him was, guy, go there and make mistake. You understand? Because when somebody is going there for the first time, you have not done something like that before, and possibly maybe you are the sponsor, you are the upline, you are financing little or with little cash or not, whether it's their cash or your own cash at the same time. There is a tension that every team members, we always have that, what if I go there to flop? Yes, it can happen. But when you tell them the negative part of it, you have prepared their mind that, oh, go there, make mistakes, because without making mistakes, you can never be perfect. You can never do things right. Now I'm doing training right now. I talk to crowd. I did not start like this. I made mistakes. I remember the first time I was asked to come and talk about a particular opportunity. And when I held the mic, the first thing I said was, praise the Lord. And everybody started laughing because the environment differs. All right. Now, this is a business environment. It's not the praise the Lord environment. But when you have a leader like that, and then you know their weaknesses, don't just capitalize on it. Just work with their weaknesses and turn their weaknesses to strength by encouraging them. Then recognize both big and small win. It is very important. You see, it says here that recognition is addictive. Recognition, as little as recognition is addictive. It gives a natural highness without you taking drugs. When you recognize a particular leader, it gives that leader highness. I've been doing some certain things unconsciously or consciously, as the case may be, because that is my natural personality. Most of us here, we have WhatsApp group, and some of our WhatsApp groups are not active because it seems as if you are the only one posting. All right. And when that is being done, that means some leaders are growing cold feet in that opportunity or in that business. So what do you need to do? You need to identify some leaders and recognize them. I do that often, even when I started this business and I've not started making money. The people that were posting often, I recognize them. Some of them, I would just send them airtime, and as little as 1,000 naira airtime, which is equivalent to, let's say, $3. All right, no, $1.5 rather. So as little as that, sending airtime, recognizing some of the leaders, it gives them joy that, okay, some upline have not done this for me in my past industry. And when somebody have the highest recruit in your team, you can also create a little event online for them. All right, encourage them. It's not just about go and bring people. And most times you can also take them out if you have what's the name? You have the fund. You can do a team bonding. All right. I remember the time a few weeks ago, I traveled to Enugu, and there's a particular young chap of mine, and I was just like addressing the guy. We were going after the seminar of that day, and I said, okay, let us go into an eatery that is Kilimanjaro, that is beside the office in Enugu there. And this guy told me he have never been there before. You understand? So when he said you have never been there before, I was like, it is normal. I too, when I started this journey, not in this particular industry, all right, my previous offline also do the same thing, replicate the same thing. There are some places I was unable to enter, but because of the influence. So you as a leader, you need to create that kind of picture to your team members. And we went there, we earned about 6,000 naira that day, and he was like, is it this business that is paying you this money? I'm going to be doing this business. You understand? So you need to give hope, give dreams to people that are coming up in this industry. I'm not saying you should spend extravagantly, but there are little things that you need to do as a leader that can help you keep your team members and also boost your business. Next is exercise authority and discipline. Be tough Being tough rather means that you care. As a leader, when you're tough, you are telling your team member this is the right thing to do. It doesn't mean that you hate those persons. It's just that you want those people to become a better self. I remember my previous leader in my previous company, the first time I traveled to Malawi, that was in 2019. I just told him I have a particular team members in Malawi, and he told me, no problem. They are up to 200. I can go there. And I went there. I suffered. I went there. I was like waiting for things. I rented my office or doing my things, and I was expecting full support like that. But my team leader that time just backed off, and he said he wanted me to be tough. Yes, he was making me to be tough, but I was starving and I was angry at the same time. So what am I trying to say here? As a leader, you need to learn how to gather your team members. You need to learn how they can see you at the top and believe in you. You need to be tough, all right? There's one particular quote that says that you need to be close to your team member and be far at the same time with your success. You need to draw closer to your team member, but let your result be so far from them, because when you are close to them and your result is still the same way, ladies and gentlemen, they are not seeing a picture of where they want to be. But when you are close to them, you are relating with them in love, and they are seeing your rank, they are seeing your position, and they're aspiring to be there. They are seeing the humility in you. It is going to keep and make sure that your business are working actively. Next is you correct errors without defeating enthusiasm. Now, defeating enthusiasm rather, you need to correct errors without breaking the zeal of those team members. And I've talked about you being humble. That means you need to be so close to your team members and be far with your results. All right, be so close to your team members and let your results keep the distance. Let the results be the motivation for all your team leaders or your members to aspire to become. All right. Now, growing and developing leaders. Now, if you want to grow developing leaders, there are certain things you need to do. Number one, you believe in them. You believe in them, and believing in them means that you are encouraging their risks. It's this will encourage them to do more. All right. You show them. You show them how it is done. You show them how you're doing things, and it will also build what is called respect. Because when you are succeeding alone without opening up or showing your team members, they will not just respect you. That is just the simple truth. They will not see anything that will draw them closer to you. So you need to show them, and that will build respect. You need to know them. You need to know them. Knowing your team members, this will personalize development. When you know them, you know their abilities, you know the ones that are good in course, you know the ones that are good in follow-up, you know the ones that are good in road rally, you know the ones that are good in radio. You must not be the one doing everything, ladies and gentlemen. You need to assign work to your team members. Yes, I do tell my team members that I only work with those that are ready to work, and that is my day one principle. All right. Even with before recruiting one single person, my first team meeting or leaders meeting was I work with just those that are ready to work. And people were telling me, isn't that too early to say it? It's never early, ladies and gentlemen. If you are ready to work with me, I work with you, because it is very easy to run with 1,000 people at the same time than to drag two dead bodies. You know, when somebody die and you are dragging that person, is very heavy. Imagine you dragging two dead body, you will not reach your destination. But when you are running with 1,000 persons, nobody is affecting each other, you understand, it is much easier and simple. All right. So the first thing is you need to know your team members. You need to know their ability. You need to know the one that is good on WhatsApp presentation. You need to know the one that is good on Zoom presentation. Don't mix them. You need to know the one that is good in product presentation, in compensation plan. You need to know those that are good, that love traveling. You need to know those that cannot. So when you know all these people, you can assign them according to their strengths. Some teams are not succeeding, or some leaders are not performing at their peak right now because you are the one trying to do everything. You know you are not good in radio presentation, and you want to be the one there, possibly because you paid the highest fund or the highest amount to make that program a success. You know you are not good in planning, and you want to organize the seminar. You just need to identify your strengths and give people opportunity to work, and that is going to help you succeed in network marketing as a whole. Then you need to teach them, because teaching them will also enhance their growth. If you know you are good in particular thing, maybe the radio presentation, all right, you as a leader, don't just go to the radio station alone. Don't ever go there alone, ladies and gentlemen. Pick somebody from your team that you feel that this person is audible, this person can talk and all those stuff. You drag that individual and take the person to the radio station. I remember one of my businesses, I took one of my leaders there, and it was as if radio station was heaven for him. This is an elderly man. He seniored me quite all right. But he was saying that all his years, he have never been into a radio station, that he do listen to radio, but he have never been there. So what I now did that day was I gave him assignment to just call numbers. All right. That was his first assignment that day. Call the number that people can send yes to. And he called it. He was super excited that day. And when we wanted to go for another event, I told him, okay, share a testimony. Then I've given him the script, what you have to say, so that you are not going to cut off the time limit and the rest during the interview. And he did well. And today, that guy walks comfortably into any station to present. So you as a leader, you need to teach them by showing them the exact thing you are doing. You need to expose them, these promote challenges. You need to love your team members. Loving them keeps relationship. A lot of us, we don't really love our team members. We just see them as the money bag or the money making machine. When you love your team members, you ensure that their pain is your pain, not that you are going to carry all their family problem on your head, but the little you can do, all right, the surprise you can do when someone calls you and say, today is my child's birthday, or you, even without being called, all right, and you see it on their WhatsApp status or so on, as little as $2. That is about 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. Just use this one to buy biscuit for the child. Use this one to do this. Use this one to buy diaper and so on. It's going to be creating that's, what will I say? That intrinsic value that this person really loves me. And it will be so difficult for that person to leave you, all right? It will be so difficult for that person to leave, because in his mind, there is nobody, nowhere he is going to get that kind of relationship. And don't forget, network marketing, just as I said in one of my previous training, in French, that is the Francophone countries, it is called marketing le réseau, or marketing déraisonnel. That means relationship marketing. That is what it is called. It's either called network marketing or relationship marketing. That is how the French calls network marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is what this business is all about: meeting strangers and turning them into friends and family. All right. You need to leave them, ensure your team members also grow with results. Build your people, and your people are going to build your business. When you build your people, naturally they are going to build your business. But when you don't build your people and you want to be the alpha and omega of your team, definitely your business is going to crumble. I'm not saying you can work with everybody in your team. Just select the few ones that you know are ready. Work with those few persons, bring them up to or onto the result level, and you're going to be seeing others coming forth, because every one of them right now, they know when all of them started the journey, and it will interest them also to move into that line that you have assisted one or two persons that are ready. All right. So goal setting. Goal setting is something that we decide in advance to do, have, or become within a certain time limit. So you need to set a goal for your team. Your team also need to set a goal for themselves. All right. You as a person in Dynace Global, you need to set a goal for yourself. Don't just wait upon your upline and say, let this upline come and help me. Why did you join this business? A lot of us join this business without a why. You need to have a personal why, and that why should be all right. Your why should be something that is taking away sleep from your eyes. That when you wake up in the midnight and you sit down, you calculate the next house rent, how you are going to pay it, and you are thinking, okay, if I have my own house right now, I won't be paying this rent. I can divert this rent into buying one or two things for my child, my children, my wife, myself, enjoying myself. I can use the money to even help the motherless baby home. Those are one of the whys you should create around you. You need to have a strong why to succeed in this business. Otherwise, you are going to see a lot of business coming left and right, and you keep jumping. As you are jumping from Dynace to this, Dynace to that, you are jumping from one company to the other, your result is not going to be visible. That is just the truth. Your result won't be visible if you don't have a goal. So what you need to do is goal gives us direction, motivation, and focus. When you have your goal, even if you are not a ranking leader right now, and your goal is set right, definitely you are going to rank. Definitely, it is sure. What you just need to do is you communicate with your team leader, you get back to him and tell him, like my previous team, my previous company, what we do is when a member is joining, there's a form that member is going to write what his why is and the goal, what he wants to achieve in the opportunity. So there's somebody, a team leader, that is going to be accountable for the growth of that individual, that person needs to achieve this particular goal within that time. And that is what you should do. So how do we achieve them? That is your goal itself. The first thing you need to do is you need to decide whether you want to become successful or not, because there are some persons that their rewards are in heaven. All right, they don't want to become successful on earth. They are saying their rewards are in heaven. You just keep those people aside. When they get to heaven, they are going to get their reward. But for you that you are on earth here and you want to get your reward here on earth, what you need to do is you decide on when, how, and why you need to become successful. When you have decided on that, the next thing is you need to be committed to your decision. You need to be committed to your goal. You need to write them down, set a deadline. When are you to achieve a particular goal at a particular time? Don't forget, your goal needs to be smart. When I mean smart, smart simply means it needs to be specific. S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is realistic, and T is time bound. Your goal needs to be smart. You need to specify if it is a car you want to buy using this opportunity. What type of car? You need to specify. Your earnings right now, is it measurable? Is it measuring to that particular goal that you have decided? Is it achievable with the kind of effort you are putting into the business? You need to measure your effort with how you want to work it out. Is it realistic? You don't just start a business today, that is Dynace Global, and tomorrow you say you want to get a Ferrari in the next 1 month. To you, is it realistic? If it's realistic, work towards the vision. But ladies and gentlemen, it is better you start with the Toyota brand. All right. I'm not asking you to dream too small, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm giving you a realistic thing that you can work and achieve. A lot of people quit in this industry because we set unrealistic goals. You set a goal that you want to buy a whole country. And when you set as big as that goal is and you're unable to measure up, it brings frustration. When you are seeing other people that are ranking, they are achieving, you will sit down and say, do this person know better than I do? Do this person do better than I do? All those kind of things will start setting in. And why? Because you have set unrealistic goal for yourself, all right? And also, you need to make a plan, imagine and work. You see the aspect of work, you need to work towards achieving that goal. I think I'm about to round up right now. So why you need to stay in network marketing and stay in Dynace Global? You can see all these companies, the Colgate, the Sprite, even currently banking sectors, they are now giving you a system that when you refer somebody, you are going to get a particular bonus for somebody using a particular app. Previously, network marketing was criticized. People have skepticism about this opportunity, and they are telling you that it is all about bringing people. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, banking sector and every successful venture you know today are embedding and putting in the models of network marketing in whatever they do. In markets, you will hear buy one, get one free, and so on. Why? Because they want to expand their businesses. All right. So you don't become ashamed of what you're doing. You push your business no matter what. Now, the secret of success is good leadership. Having said all these things that I've said today, is good leadership. And good leadership is all about making lives of your team members or your workers better. That is what can sustain you in this opportunity. If you really want to be successful, you need to be a good leader. All right. One of the most important of all personal leadership skill is self-awareness. You need to know yourself and say, ladies and gentlemen, I am the best ever in this industry. You need to beat your hand to your chest and tell yourself that you are great. You need to be aware of who you are. A lot of us don't even know who we are. That is one of the challenges we are having in our team. A lot of us will just sit down and say, possibly the company have collected your money, or you are just collecting Rocenta, you are just buying Rocenta. Who is this particular upline to talk to me, and all those kind of things that are coming into our head right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to be self-aware of who you are. You need to know yourself first, because before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. Before you become a leader in quotes in this industry, maybe somebody that is highly recognized in the industry, the first thing is you are just focused on becoming better, becoming recognized, and so on. But now that you are recognized, now that you're a leader, your perspective of success should change, and success now have migrated from being a better you to making others becoming better. And that brings us to the beginning of this training. As a leader is all about making other people better. It's not all about yourself. Yes, every one of us have registered as a member, and your potential, your skill as you keep growing makes you a leader in this industry. All right. As long as you have two persons and you are responsible, you are a leader. Now, in my final words, it says, if you have integrity, nothing else matters. If you don't have integrity, nothing else matters. I believe you understand this. If you have integrity as a leader, no matter what other people are talking about you or about your opportunity or about your team or about your companies, you will see that your team members will stick to you and they will tell you all those things don't work. But if you don't have integrity, you are jumping from here to there, you are moving people, and you have moved them to the first place, you failed, you move them to second place, third place, they will sit down because there's no integrity. So no matter how good that opportunity may look, they will not follow you. That is just the simple truth about this. If you have integrity, nothing else matters, no matter what people are telling you. I remember when I actually want to join this opportunity, Dynace Global, a lot of people are saying, come and join this one. But because of integrity of the CSO, it glued me to this opportunity naturally. There are some people today that when they call me, come and do a particular business, because of the past experience, I can never, no matter if the company is paying $1 billion per day, I can never. And that is what it says here, that if you don't have integrity, nothing else matters. Now, the choice is now left for you as a leader, member of Dynace Global. Which one do you prefer? Do you want your people to always look at you as someone with integrity or someone with zero integrity? So, ladies and gentlemen, at this junction, this is where I'm going to stop. And if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I'm going to be welcoming the second trainer for tonight. Is someone that is great in value, is someone that is super amazing, is someone that each time I listen to him, I get renewed, is someone that I've mentored a lot of persons. In fact, this guy voice alone, it can bring down heaven. If your hands are not too heavy, kindly go to the chat box and type welcome, 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 welcome. Let me see the energy pumping up from the room as I welcome my leader, my friend, my partner, no other person but Mr. Sixus Okechukwu.
Thank you. Thank you
Guys,
so
let's welcome
much.
Mr. Sixus. Thank you,
so
sir. Thank you, sir.
much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaybillions. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the best time of my life today. I mean, being in this call, learning leadership skills from the training we just had under Mr. Kaybillions. If you got value from this training, I'd like you all to go to the chat box and write, thank you so much, Kaybillions. Thank you, Kaybillions. Thank you. I'd like us to go to the chat box.
Sir. Thank you, boss.
Go on, say thank you, Kaybillions. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kaybillions. Oh, thank you so much. I can see the thank you rolling in. This training was so full of value. Thank you so much, Kaybillions. I appreciate you. Oh, wonderful. I'm excited to see everyone on this call thanking our superlative leader, Kaybillions. All right. I intend that in the next 17 minutes that I would be through with what I'm about to teach. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my brother and friend, Mr. Kaybillions, for deciding to and agreeing to anchor this session with me. I consider it a very rare privilege because I can already see great leaders joining from across the country, including people who have gone ahead of us in the business. I mean, I am not big enough to be the one to do this training together with my brother. But like he already said in his own call, we are all students. I keep learning, all right? But initially, we had started this training for our teams, his own team, my team, and then we thought it wise to also share across board so that people can join in. So for all my leaders who are joining this call from different parts of the country, those who have gone ahead of us, I salute you, I celebrate you, and I say thank you for considering it worthy to join those who are tagging along behind you to be anchoring this call tonight. And quickly, I'd like to share with everyone what I titled the 4 stages of network marketing. All right. Let me start by saying that network marketing is not for everyone, but it's just better. Okay. Network marketing is not for everyone, but network marketing is better. If you decide to do network marketing, then you need to learn 4 steps, 4 major stages that network marketing will take you through. And if you're very sensitive enough to go through these 4 steps, aside the money you're going to make in the industry or the business you're promoting, network marketing is going to make you become a better person as an individual. All right. Some of us who joined this industry a couple of years ago, We are not like this. I mean, I could imagine Kaybillions teaching us leadership skills and all of that. We are not like this. But by tagging along with leaders who have gone ahead of us, by being teachable and with a deep hunger for success, this is who we have become. And we are still on the journey to becoming greater, bigger, and better. All right. So 4 critical stages I identify in network marketing. Many leaders know about this, and I like to dissect it so that all the newbies who are on this call can pick them, run with them, and understand at every stage that they are and know what to do to be able to move to the next stage. All right. So the first stage of network marketing, the moment you join this industry, is called the recruitment stage. That is the first stage in network marketing. All right. So as a leader, you recruit someone. Okay. This is so practical. I have just signed up a new member into my team. The first thing you need to do is to teach the person how to invite people either to a Zoom call or to a physical seminar. No newbie is advised to go and network another person or prospect another person, because in the course of prospecting someone, you will need to start teaching the person about the compensation plan, about what the business is all about. And because you have limited information or knowledge about the business, because you have limited results to show for the business you want to present to the prospect, if the prospect is a big time networker, the prospect can sway you off your feet and over in futility. So the best advice to everyone who has just joined network marketing is to learn how to invite people to seminars. Be them your friends, be them your family, be them your strangers, people who see you as angels that God has sent to them. All you need to do under the recruitment, 3 major steps in recruiting people is, first of all, invite them to seminars. Okay. Now, for every presentation at the seminar, there are masters or people who have gone ahead of us, like the CSO every time he visits states. This is a man that has results, like the leaders of those businesses in every other state. These are people who have results already. All right. And all you need to do is to invite people to the seminar. So that the masters can show them into the business opportunity. So you need to learn how to recruit, how to invite people to seminars. And quickly, how do you invite people to seminars? A lot of people just get phone numbers of people they have in their contact and they begin to send them SMS. Please, before you SMS anyone, text messages are not the first things to do whenever you want to invite someone to a seminar. First of all, put a call across. Okay? Try to speak with your contacts. Even when you go into the streets and do rallies, you will notice that even after collecting phone numbers from the streets for people you gave flyers, if you send them messages, if you have 50, you may likely not have up to 10 coming if you text them. But when you return with all the phone numbers you have received from the streets and begin to call them one after the other, you will likely get more people to attend your seminars. So the first thing to do in invitation is to make a call. All right. Text messages should be follow up to the calls that you have made. So if I've invited someone to attend my seminar, the next thing I need to do is to use an SMS to follow up. And the SMS should not come 1 hour after the call. The SMS should come immediately I drop the call. And then another follow-up SMS may come in 6 hours or the next morning or the morning to the day of the seminar to the person. Now, when you're doing this, the people you are inviting will know that this guy means business. So under recruitment as a stage in network marketing, the first step is inviting. So everyone should learn this invitational skill. Now, when your prospect attends the seminar, either by attending the Zoom meeting or attending the physical seminars, immediately after the seminar, you need to sit down with the person. It is a crime in network marketing to invite people to meetings you're not going to be present. Imagine inviting someone to a Zoom meeting or a webinar on the compensation plan and the product of your company, and you're not on that Zoom, because the moment the person joins the Zoom call, the person will be scrolling through the participants to know if the one who invited him is there. And if the person who invited them is not present in the Zoom meeting, they will quickly log out. So it is a crime. Do not invite people either to physical seminars or online seminars and you're not present. Don't do that. So once the persons you have invited can cite you and they notice that you are paying attention to seminars, also do not perambulate when you have guests. Notice that you are a TV that they are watching, you are a screen they are looking at. You need to sit down because your prospects are going to do what they watch you do. If you're writing, they will write. If you're sitting down, they will sit. If you're moving about, they are likely to leave their seats and come and meet you outside. And sometimes when they come meet you outside, they are leaving. So when you invite prospects to seminars, what you do matters. So aside inviting them, also sit down to learn, like they are sitting down to listen. Then at the end of the seminars, make sure there is a little meeting with the people you have invited. And in that meeting, please don't continue talking. Create a conversation. Allow them to talk. Some of them may not be able to ask questions during the general seminars. Majority of the people whom you invite for seminars may be shy, all right? These guys may be introverts and they may not be able to ask questions in the public. But in that small meetings that you're going to connect with them, open up a conversation and you will notice that these guys will ask questions. And anyone who asks questions in that conversation meeting is interested. Questions are the most powerful tools on earth. And questions are an indication that someone is interested to know more about what you have offered the person. So recall that in recruitment, the first step is stage one in network marketing is recruitment. So under stage one, we have step one, inviting. Step two, participating in seminars. Step three, opening up a conversation after the seminar. And then the fourth step is to help them to get signed up. Once their questions are answered during the conversation step, the next thing is that the interested ones will sign up. And the moment they sign up, you are going to be earning direct sponsor bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason you are earning a direct sponsor bonus is not so that you will leave them to go while you begin to glory in your compensation, in your bonus. No. The moment you sign them up and earn a sponsor bonus, the reason company paid you a bonus is so that you can help them launch out. So the last step in the first stage of network marketing, the last step in recruitment is to launch out the people you have signed up. I mean, today I just came in from Ebo. Yesterday I had a seminar and I came into Enugu. And right here with me is my friend. He had just signed up in the business and we're already discussing how to do a seminar for him in the next 1 week. So the reason company paid you direct sponsor bonus is so that you can sit down with the one whose registration helped you to earn that bonus to launch him out. You have no reason, you have no excuse to earn direct sponsor bonus without launching out the one who helped you to earn it. So that will be the last stage. And then there is a very critical way you can help someone to launch out a business within the first 7 days of signing up. All right. So the first thing you're going to teach the person, you're going to make the person to sit down and write down his top 20 contacts. Now, that person had just signed up. So you make the person to sit down, get a pen and paper, write down the names of his top 20 contacts and their phone numbers. Now, what is he going to do with these contacts? Now, listen, let me define what a top contact is. A top contact is not a rich man that has money. No. A top contact is someone who is likely to answer your call immediately he gets it from you. These are people that can suspend what they are doing to come and attend to you, not necessarily people who have money. A top contact is someone that will say, Kaybillions, I don't get time, but because of saying that you call me, I go there, I go show, I go come there, I will attend it. These are top contacts. In life, wherever there are people, there is money. All right? So everyone who is likely to answer you within 7 days, within 72 hours, within the time frame that individual wants to launch out his business becomes a top contact. So you make them to sit down Write down their 20 top contacts. So what you're going to do is you're going to make them to stay right there, call them, and invite them to a business launch. This person doesn't need a seminar. It could be in his parlor, it could be in a joint, it could be in your office, it could be just anywhere, including the seminar venue. If your state has an office for Dynace Global, individuals can come to that place, choose a date, choose a time, launch out their business. So as upline, your job after earning a direct sponsor bonus is to go right where they are launching their business with your presence, with your results, help them to get started. This is the first stage in network marketing, recruitment. The second stage in network marketing is called duplication. All right? Duplication is the second stage in network marketing. Now, every time we're about to round up our presentation, we have the lazy man scenario. All right? What is the lazy man scenario? How you can earn 51 million in 12 months if everyone is on the premium package. So now duplication means everyone joining the business should get at least 2 persons upon signing up. This could happen immediately. This could happen every week. In the first 1 week, this could happen at the end of the month. But duplication means as you're joining, ensure that you communicate to the people that are signing up that they must also have 2 persons. Remember, this is a binary structure. And the easiest model to duplication is ensuring that you help those you are recruiting to launch out their business. My friend and brother talked about leadership. And he said that a leader is someone who duplicates leaders and not just followers. A leader is someone who creates more leaders and not just downlines. Some people could have up to 1,000 downlines, but they don't have up to 5 leaders who are working. The reason is because you're not helping everyone you have recruited to launch out their business. All right. So one of the things I began to do a few months ago, just a month or 2 months ago, is if I key you into the system, I sit down right there with you and we get talking. And I help you to put down your top 20 contacts. We fix a date immediately. You launch out your business. The seminar I had in Ebonyi had about 31 people. It's a very small seminar. But it was a seminar that it began by just one woman that signed up. I made her to put down her top 20 contacts. And then one of the top 20 contacts signed up, a pastor. And I had a 3-way call with the 2 of them. We fixed the date in 1 week. And I showed up in Ebonyi on a weekday, on a Wednesday. And when I came, she invited only 20, but I had 31 people. And in that meeting, about 11 persons indicated to register. So by helping everyone you recruit to launch out, you simply give yourself a step ahead into the second stage in network marketing called duplication. So everyone who launches out, there must be harvest from every launch. If you do it very well, duplicate his team. Now, imagine that you recruit 20 persons in a month, and each of these 20 persons you have recruited launches out their business within 72 hours or within 1 week, and each of them put down a list of 20 top contacts. And let's say out of their 20 contacts, 5 persons join them in a month. It means that out of the 20 people you recruited in a month, having introduced 5 more people into the system, you already have 100 people. This will lead us to the third stage in network marketing called replication. Now, at this stage, all you need to do is to begin to pour yourself into those leaders who are repeating the first and second stage you have taught them. Because everyone who has signed up, people who are beginning to launch out their businesses, should begin to teach them how to present. Remember, you cannot be everywhere all the time at the same time. So you need to teach them how to present. Every top leader in network marketing is a great teacher, is a great presenter. So all you need to do is to sit them down, give them training materials. In my seminars, I share books. So every time I recruit a new member, I give the person a gift of GoPro. And I make you to sit down to study GoPro. And it puts me on my toes because everyone I give the book, it's a book that has about 7 to 8 chapters with a lot of tasks and activities. So as you're studying it, if you read chapter 1, you have to come to me either on WhatsApp or to the office, and we talk about what you have read, and I give you assignments to do. So but as a leader, you must sacrifice to be able to replicate yourself in other people. Replication simply means creating leaders who can do what you can do and even better. Pouring yourself into people so that they can do what you can do in different locations without needing your assistance. Every time leaders must depend on you to recruit, every time leaders must depend on you to replicate, simply shows that you're not doing well as a leader. You're simply creating more followers. And I have seen a lot of leaders, particularly me in the past few months. I recruited a lot of people, but I had so much followers. So what did I simply do? I made sure that I began to engage trainings, just like what's going on now, all right? So that leaders can learn some of these things. And then the second thing I began to do is to make sure that the new ones who are joining me, I'm launching them out immediately. And as they are launching out and their teams are growing, I begin to replicate. So replication means raising leaders or turning followers into leaders and leaders into world changers. So the first step is to turn them into leaders. And what does leaders do? Leaders simply teach others what they know. Leaders simply pushes others to do better what they do. And then world changers are those who begin to identify network marketing as a tool to help individuals to transform their lives. For example, we have just launched out a project in one of the states I visited, and we agreed that in the next 1 year, 365 days, we want to raise 1,000 people who the least person among them should have made 1 million from Dynace Global. So one of the things that is going to push your team is launching out a project. One of the leaders in my team by name Dr. Ebirim launched out a project with his team, and they called it Making 9 Million in 90 Days. All right? And that project is what is going to sustain your team. Everyone realizing that this team has a project. All of them are going to keep their eyes on the vision, and it's going to make all of them committed. That takes me to the last stage of network marketing. And the last stage of network marketing is called creating a community, building a community of wealthy individuals. You may know how to recruit. You may know how to duplicate. You can equally replicate yourself in individuals, but without launching out a project, without launching out project 1,000 millionaires, project 9 million in 90 days, project this, project that, you're not going to bring together individuals who are going to be running on a particular course. So the moment you begin to replicate yourself into people, it means that you are raising a generation of leaders who can present like you, a generation of leaders who can recruit like you, a generation of leaders who can launch out businesses for the new recruits like you. So what is going to keep them together and committed and keep the fire burning is launching out this project. In the course of building a community of wealthy people, every leader is going to be sacrificial. And it is in the mouth of our CSO that I learned that sacrifice is the scar of every star. So you want to be a star, you must have scars. And one of the scars is sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice your resources to build people. Sometimes the people you're leading, the lead, will insult you. You're going to sacrifice all of that. You must not pay attention to what they are saying, because at their level, this is how they can dispose of themselves to you. You must pay attention to ensure that the people you're leading, including both those who love you and those who do not love you, grow. Because when everybody is successful, the hate reduces, the enmity reduces. There is no poor person you transform into a rich person who will not love you, no matter how hateful the person is of you. So you must sacrifice so much in the course of building a community to make sure that you transform your team from just recruits into a community of global leaders, into a community of world changers. Ladies and gentlemen, what our CSO is doing today is no more network marketing. Every time I look at that man, I see a man who has totally sold out himself into transforming lives, someone who has dedicated even his own resources into turning people from so little into so much. I see a man whose heart is totally sold out to people. He's no longer practicing leverage. He's now practicing leverage. And until you learn how to love people, no matter what they do to you, until you learn how to love people, No matter their level, wherever you find them in the system, you cannot truly make money to the top in the leverage business. All right? So the 4 stages in summary, for those who just joined us late, we have the recruitment stage, all right? And in the recruitment stage, the first step is inviting them to seminars. The second step is to ensure that everyone you have invited attends a presentation either on a Zoom call or on a physical seminar. After that, you ensure that after every meeting, you open up a conversation so that you can extract commitment from people who may not be able to ask questions in the public domain. And after that, you sign them up. And I said that why you earn compensation, you earn direct sponsor bonus so that you can help them to launch out their business. So launching out their business within the first 7 days of signing up is the last step in the first stage of network marketing called recruitment. That gives way to the second stage, which is duplication. And I said that duplication is turning 1 to 2, 2 to 4. So you ensure that everyone you are recruiting into your team duplicates themselves within a time frame, either within a week or within a month, as your team decides to run with it. And then that leads us to the third stage. Having duplicated enough and raised a lot of recruits or newbies in your team, you need to turn them from recruits into replicates. Every recruit becomes a replicate when leadership comes into play. And that is why the caller on the first teacher today, Mr. Kaybillions, talked about acquiring leadership skills. So turning recruits, the catalyst for turning a recruit into a replicate leader is leadership skills. So go back to your notes, acquire all the skills you have stored. And once you're able to do that, it becomes time for you to launch out a project. Every leader who has attained the 1-star rank, if you have made up to 7.5 million, you are bound to go and launch out a project in your state. And I want to challenge every one of those leaders who are 2 stars, 1 stars, stop any pairing without impacting back on the people at the bottom of the ladder. Some of us haven't gotten there, but we are, in fact, we are burnt offerings. Many people have moved from just sacrifice to becoming burnt offerings to make sure that they retain members in their team. A lot of top leaders don't take calls. A lot of top leaders don't even reply messages, and it's so bad. In fact, I'm hot. It's terrible. How can people at the bottom of the ladder, the same people who are responsible for your pairing every day, they will put a call across to you, you don't answer. I have a personal experience. A lot of people complain about that. Take your calls, reach out to them, go right where your leaders are, show up physically. During the elections, we had the likes of Mr. P2B. We saw him on boats inside the creeks of Benue State, traveling to IDP camps to go and be with people who lost their homes due to insecurity. How about you, who is a networker? Nobody is shooting you guns. There are no people asking you not to come. These people are paying you through pairing, and all they need is your attention, either on phone or physically present. Go and attend to them. So everyone who has done 1-star or 2-star, get back to your state, get back to your team, right where you have your core leaders. Launch out a project, do a promo. It could cost you money, but that is the sacrifice you require to build a community. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get so emotional, I want to thank you for listening. If you have questions, I'd like you to go to either the chat box or you raise your hands up and ask your questions. I'll get back to Mr. Kaybillions to help us anchor the question session. Thank you so much, guys. So everyone, if you have questions, please go to the chat box, ask your questions, or you... Kaybillions, please help me anchor the question session.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got value tonight, go to the chat box and type, thank you, Mr. Sixus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I got value. Just go to the chat box. Let us see it coming. Let me see the energy. Thank you, Mr. Sixus. Thank you, Mr. Sixus. This is wow. This is super. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we all have learned something tonight, and learning is not just enough. We have to duplicate what we've learned. If you're a leader here, you are not responding to your team members' guides. You cannot build alone. That is just the simple truth. You cannot be successful alone. These are the people that are helping you, they are supporting you. Only you cannot be the recruiter. How much is your strength? You can't recruit 1,000 persons, and yet you have more than 1,000 team members. You are not picking calls. That is one of the bad quality of leadership. Now you might think you are enjoying it right now, but guys, guess what? Nobody is going to follow you next. Nobody is going to believe in you. And when the success stories of your team members are announced in future, your name will be erased. And you just imagine yourself attending a company occasion or event, and your team members or your leaders will come out and say, "Oh, thank God," and start calling your cross line, calling people that this person, Mr. Sixus, was there to support me. Meanwhile, my upline is not there. He's just smiling sheepishly. You see, you are going to lose respect. And when God wants to deal with you, you have invited a lot of people and say your downline is going to be celebrated or awarded with a car or whatever. And when that person is mentioning the journey, your name is eliminated automatically. So let us be of good conduct and have a rethink and change our ways. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just as I said earlier, when we started this training, not that we are the highest earner or we are the best in the company right now. There are lots of people that can do better than us, and they have earned even way much than us. But we just look at it that it is important that we gather people around. I do this for my team, all right, and same do Mr. Sixes do also for his own team. And we said, why don't we just open it for the public? People want to benefit, and if you are here also, you know you can do better, and you can see you want to see this rolling on a regular basis. Just contact Mr. Sixus, and we are going to know how we are going to plan towards it. Now, at this junction, I think I should leave the floor open. If you have any question, I don't think we should have question because all of us here are leaders. All right, we'll just have to go and practicalize it. Nevertheless, I'm just going to leave I'm going to open the Zoom. I want to acknowledge every team leader, every top earners. I can see you guys. You guys are super. Over 80 people here right now. You guys are doing great. It's because of you we are here. All right. So if you have one or two contribution as a leader here, you can, the floor is open, but let's do it orderly, one at a time. If you have a contribution, just unmute yourself and contribute. Mr. Felix, are you saying something? All right. Just raise your hand if you have any contribution. So we're going to unmute you. Mr. Felix, are you saying something?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, leaders.
Yes, good evening.
I only want to say thank you to Mr. Sestus and Kaybillion. I don't know. You guys has a big mind. Bible said, look out for interest of others. I know you guys could have been doing this only to your team members, but you choose to do it to I could only to accept others, to accept all the leaders whom are not even in your network. It is only God that will reward you. But I also want to remind you that whatever seed a man sow, he will reap. You're not going to reap the seed you sow, but you're going to reap. Sorry, you're not going to reap to whom you sow it, but you're going to reap the seed you sow. So the good things you are doing to us, God will reward you. I believe God, our God is watching. God will reward you. May God bless all of us in Jesus' name. Amen.
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Felix. All right, really appreciate
you. Thank you so much, Mr. Felix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
good
Can you hear
evening.
me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to say a big thank you to the boss man himself, Mr. Sistus Pele Okechukwu, and Kaybillions. You are wonderful. You are so amazing. I want to say you guys are doing great work for people, building people. It's honestly so encouraging. You know, some of us that, yes, you might have been in network before, but we are still networked with a different here in Dynace Global. But I believe that this Zoom calls you're doing is going to go a long way in building so many persons in this business. So I want to say big thank you, well done, and God keep blessing you. Thank you very much. Sorry,
Thank
I'm
you,
Willie
Pastor
Brown.
Leader.
I
Wow,
just
wow.
believe you know. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you, my great
Thank you,
leader
man.
from Oklahoma
Okay,
College.
my boss
Thank
man.
you.
Yes, I can go to the world.
Is there any other person saying something before we wrap it up today? All right. You can unmute yourself. Emmy Welts. All right. If Oyin Welts is not, Emmy Welts is not there, Oye Neke.
Okay,
You
thank you very much. I'm here. Thank you very much, Kaybillion. You've really done a great job this evening, you and Mr. Sistus. I really got value, and even yesterday I was also on the Zoom, and your testimony, Kaybillion, is something that one really need to applaud. And I think I'll also be using that testimony to also encourage my leaders too. It's a wonderful job, and I really want to be part of it so that we can continue to keep it rolling, as you said. Because one thing I found out is that being a leader, you must really be there to sacrifice, because everything about leadership is all about sacrifice. Is that sacrifice that will really motivate those who are under you to do the same. That's the way you replicate those who are, looking up to you. So I'm really happy to be part of this, and I thank you very much for a job well done. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Emmy Welts. We really appreciate you. Oye Neke Paulinus, your hands are up. You can unmute yourself.
Kaybillions, I'm seeing the hands of Engineer Ruzel. Give him an opportunity, please.
All right. Over to you, engineer.
All right, good evening, leaders. I believe you can hear me.
We can, yes, we can.
Okay. Great. I really want to thank you, Kaybillion, and Honorable Sisters. And they call them leaders, and yeah, they call them Honorable Sisters. You know. All right, honestly, the meeting tonight is something else. And I want to use this opportunity to ask many of the leaders here to try as much as possible when a Zoom call is being, a Zoom meeting is being, don't attend alone. Even though now one or two persons of your team member attend, believe me, they won't leave the Zoom meeting empty-handed. You see many people struggling that this is not working, this is not, because like you rightly said, you can't do everything alone. And some of the ways we can educate our team members are on Zoom calls like this. So try as much as possible. Like the teachers always say that one, you need to be teachable, and one, you need to be available. So you can't be carrying somebody that's not available and cannot be teachable. Is something else. And you, Mr. Kaybillion, I remember you said I forgot to, if I get that, I'll come back again. There's a statement you made which is very, very, very impactful. So, nevertheless, I want to appreciate and encourage every leader here to try as much as possible to also sacrifice, listen, and also care for your leaders. This business is not one-man business. You need people. And when you are not carrying them along, or when you are harsh with them, you see that it will always discourage them. So, thank you very much, Mr. Sisters and every sisters. Thank you, Mr. Kaybillion, for all the effort so far and the energy you have been putting to see that we are well equipped in this industry. I really appreciate, and well done, leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you
Mr.
very much.
Michael Oti.
Thank you.
Mr. Michael Oti.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, I really want to appreciate you, Mr. Kaybillion, and Mr. Sixtus for this wonderful seminar this night. It is really a wow. In fact, I learned so much. In fact, I heard some things that I've not heard before. Okay, that is good to know. Some of these teachings, when we recap them or replay them, I think some things might make sense, especially for those that didn't join on time. So I am asking now or thinking, would there be any? Was it
All right, we lost you, sir. Yes, the Zoom is recorded. You are going to get the recorded version later on. Any other person? Any other person? All right. At this junction, I want to thank every one of us that are here, all the top leaders. Every one of us here, we are top leader. All right. Irrespective, if you have not ranked, definitely you are going to rank at the same time. So just keep the eyes on the go icon. All right. That is what I tell my team members. Keep the eyes on go icon. That is where we all belong. So I want to know if I'm talking with icons here. If you are part of the icon, go to the chat box and type, I am icon. Just go to the chat box. I want to see if I'm talking to icon, guys. That is the goal here. So I deeply want to appreciate every single one of us. You are all important. You are all doing amazingly well. And thank you, my co-hosts, Mr. Sixus, for this amazing partnership. God bless you and God bless every leader that is here. More money to your account, more team growth, more expansion, and so shall it be. God bless you all. So have a blessed night and good night, everybody.
All right, so just unmute everyone. Let them say good night. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Already.
Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night, Mr. Sixus.
Let's go to the group chat
Thank
and
you.
make the jealous.
Good night. Had a nice time.
Go
Good
to the
night.
WhatsApp group, make a comment, make a comment. WhatsApp group, make a comment.
Good night. More money in our wallet
Yes,
tonight. Good night. Good
More money in
night.
the
More
water.
money in our wallet tonight.
Everybody. Kaybillions.
yeah. Good night.
Kaybillion, thank you, Mr.
Night.
Sixtus, my boss.
God
I
bless.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate more. Good night. So let's go and make a comment at the
Good
group
night.
chat.